So, I was reading about this story in Palm Springs, about the Section 14 neighborhood. It's really fascinating and heartbreaking.
Yes, it is. I've been following it too. It's a story of injustice and resilience.
It's amazing that these families have been fighting for so long to get justice. How did they manage to get the city to apologize and compensate them?
It was a long and difficult struggle. They organized, they protested, they filed lawsuits, and they never gave up. They also had the support of many allies, including lawyers and activists.
It's inspiring to see their resilience. What kind of compensation are they getting?
The city is paying $5.9 million to compensate the families, and they're also setting up a $10 million home buyer assistance program and a $10 million community land trust. They're also creating a monument to commemorate the history of Section 14.
That's a significant amount of money. Do you think it's enough to make up for what they lost?
It's a step in the right direction, but it's hard to say if it's enough. They lost their homes, their community, and their history. It's a loss that can't be fully compensated.
I agree, but it's still a victory for them, and it shows that even after decades, justice can be achieved. What do you think the future holds for these families?
I hope that this compensation will help them rebuild their lives and their community. I also hope that this story will serve as a lesson for other cities and communities so that we can prevent similar injustices from happening in the future.
I hope so too. It's a powerful story, and it reminds us of the importance of fighting for justice and equality. It's also a reminder that we need to learn from our past mistakes and work to create a more just and equitable society for everyone.
Absolutely. It's a story that should be remembered and shared so that we can learn from it and build a better future.
Can you tell me more about it? I'm not familiar with the details.
Well, Section 14 was a neighborhood on a Native American reservation, and it was home to many Black and Mexican American families. In the 1960s, the city of Palm Springs started to displace these families, and they were forced to leave their homes.
That's terrible. What happened to the families? Where did they go?
They were scattered. Many of them ended up in less desirable areas, and some even became homeless. It was a very difficult time for them.
And what about the city's role in all of this? Why did they displace the families?
It's a complex story, but it seems like the city was trying to redevelop the area, and they saw the residents of Section 14 as an obstacle. They used tactics like eminent domain and even arson to force people out.
That's shocking. So, the city basically stole their homes and their community?
Yes, that's a fair way to put it. It was a clear case of racial discrimination and injustice.